Good morning and welcome back to the Sentinels VOD reviews. We're finally up to the final match, which is Spidz versus Foreto. This first round is really funny. I think it's the worst that I play in the tournament, and I think if you have any sort of sense of humor about like bad plays, I think you'll find this game really funny. So I'll let it just go, and I'll pause it whenever I want to talk about something. Alright, now I'm fighting Foreto. I don't know what I'm banning yet, if it's Ravenbloom or FTR. Both make sense. I think I'm worse at fighting FTR as like a human being, but I'm better into FTR than I am into Ravenbloom, supposedly. I might keep Ravenbloom up only because I'm a better player against Ravenbloom decks than I am against FTR. I just struggle against FTR and I don't know why. But I guess like this is practice to get better against FTR, so I'll keep FTR available. And I'll ban the Ravenbloom. But I don't know. Who knows? Oh, I should ask Jansport if he won. Let me DM him. Because I won the last skip, but I don't know if Jansport won because we didn't have time to talk. I just want to quickly mention, I think it's really funny that I say I'm not good at fighting FTR and I need to practice against fighting FTR, because what you'll see here is someone that is very bad at fighting FTR, and I forgot that I said all this at the start. Okay. Goodbye, Ravenbloom. Okay, they banned Aatrox. Cool. That's fine by me. I would love to play some Plunder things. Plunder into FTR. Okay, I took notes on this. Plunder into FTR. I think you want the Unleashed and you want to like turbo out your gunman. Gangplank. That's the gunman. I do kind of like Marai Warden for an open attack on 3. Marai Warden makes sense for that, so we'll just do Butcher Marai Warden for open attacking on 3. I mean, it's worse into Vile Feast, I guess. Well, let me open up their deck list. You're on 3 Quietus, 3 Vile Feast. Okay, let's do Butcher into some of this stuff. They might Quietus Butcher. Okay, they didn't Quietus Butcher. Which puts them at a higher chance of having Vile Feast, so it might be just Tusk Speaker. Tusk Speaker also lets me proc on a defensive turn, so I do think it's Tusk Speaker here. But we'll just open. We're not going to lose to Avalanche. Like fools. They Vile? Yeah, okay. Now we're in a tough position. Do we want to die to Avalanche or not? I think we could actually justify losing to Avalanche here. Like, we do this, they Avalanche, then we just do Tusk Speaker, Marai Warden next turn. And then have to have double Avalanche to sort of beat that. Alternatively, we can just get our Plunder Brock. Yeah, we'll probably just get our Plunder Brock and force them to do something next turn. It's probably a better play. Yeah, then we can just do Black Market Merchant. We can do Tusk Speaker turn after. Okay, here's Merchant. Okay, I stole one of their That's there, so then we've got one left. That's good to know. I don't know if it's going to be good for me, but it's good to know. Ravine. Okay. Is it worth Tusk Speakering anyway? If I Castaway and get, like, 2 of the weapons from Castaway are good enough. So I think I'll take Castaway here. I did not get them, unfortunately, so I'll take on Burial. Fearsome might have been better. But I was hoping I would get Tough or something. But that's okay. They're gonna remove the equipment? Then it didn't matter. In fact, yeah, it doesn't matter at all. But that's really good that I got Quietus out of them, I guess. So I think these first few turns are sort of fine. I think Castaway is arguable. There's like 3. There's 3 hits that are good, right? There's Can't Block Weapon, there's Tough. Actually, Tough doesn't work because Tough doesn't grant HP, right? So it's Can't Block Weapon and Pot of Pain. So like there's 2 out of 8 hits. I think it's fine because like I don't know when else I'm going to be playing this card. I can play it on like turn, I don't know. I can play it next turn if I really want to just do that plus Marai Warden. I could have also done Tusk Speaker to proc Plunder and like deal the burn and what have you, but I think it's debatable whether passing here or doing the Castaway is better. As I said, I like doing the Castaway, but I think I think it's like an arguable misplay. But like in this matchup, like I just want to be like aggressing them down is my instinct, and so not doing that feels a bit awkward to me. So like not developing stuff when I can feels like it's not helping my win condition, which to me it feels like it should be being aggressive. If we GP, that's just a good vengeance for them. So I think I'm just gonna play Tusk Speaker here and see what they do. If they do Trundle, we'll Marai Warden and try and go wide. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad because I can't proc game plank on my defensive turn. I should have done Marai Warden. So that's misplay possibly number 2. I should have done Marai Warden there. Yeah, double Marai Warden was better here. Fuck. I am not playing well today. Okay, I lost another Marai Warden. And I lost those are probably fine things to lose, actually. I'll attack here, get some damage in. They don't have Vial things. Okay, they're at 12. We're probably gonna Marai Warden here. Oh, we got Parley. That's a really good top deck. I think we'll Gangplank. They have to Vengeance Gangplank like right now. So here's Gangplank. If they don't Vengeance if they Vengeance Gangplank, we'll just like open eye for the swing. That's Vengeance, that's totally acceptable. That's what we expected. We'll do 2 burn. We'll play eye. We'll open. We'll try and deal as much burn as we can in the short term. Yep. I will get them down to, what, 6, provided they play absolutely nothing. Or we can Sejuani. We can do Marai Warden and see what they do. Marai Warden sucks if they've got that stairs. It also sucks if they've got second Avalanche. So I think we'll just do this and see what happens. I can't play Gangplank. I don't want to lose to Ruination. Oh, sorry, Buried in Ice. They don't run Ruination, but they do run Buried in Ice. It's so unlikely for them to have second hit that stairs, though. It's like, if they Buried in Ice, do I care? I think we can GP. If they got Buried in Ice and second hit that stairs, that's a little bit, that's like awful. I've lost the game. But if not, because what I'm scared of is them just like still winning anyway. So I think there were possibly 2 misplays here. I think there's actually a pretty decent argument to just playing It That Stairs. There's nothing they can really do in response to just like a naked It That Stairs. They could do Buried and It That Stairs, but then I get to keep my Gangplank and get to keep like my cards in hand, right? Like I get to do like thing next turn. Like if they Buried in Ice and then It That Stairs, just these stuff, I could actually possibly win just through like Sejuani locks as well, right? Because they're only on like only a bit of removal left. So I think It That Stairs might have been a fine development instead of doing Eye of Nakake. And then Jansport hates this Gangplank. Jansport is like a massive despiser of this Gangplank because it does lose to Buried and Ice It That Stairs a fair bit. My thinking was that I can't just deal 4 damage, especially when I've got this alternative option. They've only got like a 1 in 3 chance of having It That Stairs because they've only got 1 left in the deck and they've only drawn like 10 cards or so. So like our idea was just play Gangplank, and by our I mean mine. But he doesn't like it because it does just lose to this combo. But I was thinking if they Buried in Ice, like I don't mind too much at all. It's just the It That Stairs that they only have a small chance of having. So I played the Gangplank, but let's say I've done 4 misplays. But if we're to say Gangplank is wrong, I have Nakake is wrong, Castaway was wrong, and Tusk Speaker was wrong. Let's say that we've got 4 misplays so far. Yeah, they got the Buried. They got the Buried. Do they have the It That Stairs? If they got the It That Stairs, we can It That Stairs them back, which is really cute. Although we'll probably Sejuani. We could It That Stairs them back, actually. Okay, do they have It That Stairs? I want you to play your It That Stairs, buddy. Unless we just Sejuani. Are we Sejuaniing here? Like, irrelevant of It That Stairs? Yeah, we might be Sejuaniing, despite It That Stairs. Well, if they hit that stairs, I'd rather Sejuani hit that stairs, so I'll just pass it. Okay, they did have that second hit that stairs. Okay. Look, I did play into it, but I don't know if I was able to win without playing into it. We could Marai Warden first, just to block. Doesn't really matter. We can Sejuani. I mean, we're taking damage from one of them either way. I suck at fighting FDR, man. I'm so bad at this. I think we Sejuani, and then we're gonna develop Marai Warden next turn. Yeah, but they attack with Trundle. I can't really block Trundle. So, not developing Marai Warden here is interesting. Marai Warden is good because it can block the 8/8 and then I can just develop Sejuani afterwards. But I kind of wanted to like do like a tiny bit of go wide, or at least pretend to do a tiny bit of go wide, depending on like what my top deck is. So that's why I did do the freeze on the 8/8, but I'm not as so certain as to whether that was the right play. It might have been better just to do Marai Warden, and then that way I can do the vulnerable next turn as well and do the guaranteed freeze. Especially since I don't think I'm opening, right? I'm probably developing. I don't think I will be opening next turn. So I think Marai Warden was possibly better. Just to do this turn. The other thing I was thinking was that I didn't want to develop Marai Warden into dealing 3 with that stairs, which is what I presumed I was going to do to try and like put more damage on like the vulnerable thing so that Overwhelm can at least do 3 damage. But I'm not so certain. But I'm going to call this as another misplay because I think it might have been, but I'm not too sure. We're at around 4 or 5, depending on what you want to call misplays and what you don't want to call misplays. Unless they don't attack with Trundle, because they're scared of, like, Make It Rain. No, okay, they attack with Trundle. How many cards do they have in hand? They don't have any expensive cards in hand at all. Okay. What does that mean to me? They've got Atro? They don't run Atro. Okay. They've got no expensive card in hand. They don't have Field Arrest, they don't have Buried in Ice, they don't have She Who Wonders. They have no expensive cards in hand? None. Okay. I'm like really like smitten by this fact. It just is like shocking me to my core that they don't seem to have any expensive cards in hand, which I think is very funny. I think we'll do It That Stairs then. Huh. Surprised they have no expensive cards in hand. What are they gonna do? They're gonna Vengeance? They're gonna Withering Wail? I think we can It That Stairs and have this big ass unit attack them constantly. This also allows us to push 3 damage through the pillar. Alternatively, we can just do Marai Warden and see what they do. But I want to Marai Warden after It That Stairs if I can, so let's do It That Stairs. None of their cards are expensive. What is it? It could be Wild Mysticism, it could be Catalyst. Vial. It's probably Flash Freeze, you know? They might have a Whale. I really don't know how to play this deck. Yeah, it's a blind spot of mine. Against Field Rush, rather. Okay. I think I shall do this. Why not play Marai Warden? Because I might want to Make It Rain plus do that. So we'll just do this for now. So why does Make It Rain Black Market Merchant matter? My thinking was that if they mention Sejuani and they block with like one of their units that don't take 8 damage and they don't block with like the 0/3 for some reason to like try and do the trade, I want to be able to proc Sejuani's freeze. That was my logic for not wanting to do Marai Warden here. I think it's debatable. My only concern with Marai Warden is it actually doesn't do that much for me. It's going to trade into like a regen unit or something, or the 0/5. Or not trade into it, but just like hit it for no reason. And I think being able to nab something is going to be super important just because their deck is full of a bunch of stuff that I like really want to nab. Like there's a lot of good nab targets from FDR to like Shihu to vengeance to anything, right? So that was my thinking, at least. Okay, I dealt 3. That's good for me. And we're gonna steal a card. Hopefully it's Steel Rush or something. Wild Mysticism, absolutely understandable. That's a 6/6 right there. We stole their vengeance. Cool. Okay, so we can Vengeance Trundle. And block Wild Mysticism in. Okay. They might have 2 expensive cards now. Parley. Well, we stole a Vengeance. Did they Vengeance my Gangplank? That means they've got no more Vengeances. Okay, so they've drawn an expensive card. They have an expensive card in hand. This is something that one of the many things Jansport got angry at me at, which is not doing Make It Rain and like blocking more effectively. Like, I could have killed the 8/8 by just moving this here, moving this here, and moving this here, and then just like Make It Raining, and then I don't even have to use Vengeance. I can do Vengeance for something else. But what I was scared of Make It Rain not hitting the Nexus and then just losing all my stuff. But like, I don't know. I could have just done Make It Rain. It would have like, it would have made the trade so much better. Like, this is like starting to lose to a few things. I should have done Make It Rain here. There was I think it's probably wrong not to have done Make It Rain here. I could have at least tried to do like a positive trade this way as well if I had done that. But okay, fine. Wait, couldn't I have just Make It Rain here? Sorry, I'm not thinking. I'm just like stunlocked by their lack of cards. In my defense, like last turn, I was like, I'm gonna Vengeance this Trundle, and then I Vengeance the Trundle. I'm being true to myself as I was last turn, but so let's say we're on like 6 misplays, although this one might be worth like 3 misplays because of how bad it is. I'm not thinking properly. I could have made it rain to freeze Trundle and then like change these blocks around like this. I guess it's not guaranteed because Make It Rain isn't guaranteed, but that's okay. So they've got 1 expensive card in hand. I think we can play Marai Warden. No, we can't. We can play Marai Warden. We can develop Sejuani next turn. They'd have to have second Buried in Ice. That's the only thing they could have. What's the chances of that? Yep, their option is She Who Won This. It's the other thing they could have drawn. Let's pass. Ravine? Okay. Well then I'm definitely gonna... I'm very glad I didn't play Marai Warden here. Continue to pass. We could actually, parlay... We'll probably open parlay at that stairs, won't we? Oh, we could Make It Rain now, just to kill it that stairs. And that way we can open. I like that. Let's Make It Rain now so that we can kill it that stairs on the open. So that we can deal 6 to them on the open. So I think this is actually pretty logical, like doing the Make It Rain to make it so that I do get a really good open attack. So I do like this quite a bit. Or we can threaten 6 to them on the open. Actually, funnily enough, we could Sejuani this. I don't know what they would have to have. Because they don't have any Vengeances left in their deck. So they'd have to have like a Flash Freeze to beat it. Okay. I actually really like doing Sejuani's Fury the North on this. Because at least one of these is going to hit. Now, they could have Flash Freeze, but that's the only thing they can do at fast speed that isn't like Withering Wail. Fuck. Okay. I see this 0/3 and I am just like, oh, I guess my plans are all kaput. There's not a single card that I could do that could save me in this position and let me do the play that I wanted to do. I don't even consider it for a second. I see the 0/3 and I'm like, all right, well, all my plans go kaput. I guess I'm gonna have to decide something else. What is stupider, what is even worse, is that technically, in some senses, this actually might have been the right play in a very vague sense based on result-based analysis. Now, by the end of this game, we're going to see every card in the hand. I now know that it wasn't necessary, but in this game, I get exact lethal, and part of that exact lethal is the parlay hitting the Nexus and hitting the 0/3. So it's not necessary, but I think it's really funny that I don't kill the 0/3 here with the parlay and then the Lighted Ravine like beforehand. And then I get exec lethal because the parlay hits the nexus. It was definitely correct to parlay here. I get to open, even if they've got Vengeance Flash Freeze, like, it's okay. I'm still pushing, like, a bunch of nonsense. It forces them to do stuff. We have more reading on what their hand is like, but I just think it's so funny. When Jansport first watched this, he was so angry that I passed here, and he was like, if you showed anyone this image, they would always parlay every single time. And I managed to miss it. And I think this is really funny. To watch. I'm very lucky that I win the best of 3. Because had I not won the best of 3, this would have been like something that I would be beating myself up for a lot more than I am. Because right now I'm doing it with humor, but I know if I lost this would be all I would be thinking about for the rest of my life. Well, that beats that play then. They've only got 1 expensive card left. Well, they could have 2 expensive cards, but what are those cards? Like, what can they be? Buried? I think I can do Spirits Unleashed. I don't care about Buried. I don't care about Withering Wail. I don't care about She Who Wonders. Because I currently beat She Who Wonders. No, you don't. Let's do this. I don't think I'm scared of anything. I'm not scared of Friend. You don't beat She Who Wonders, Spitz. I'm not scared of anything. I don't think. Wait, do I beat She Who Wonders? No! She Who Wonders does kill my Marai Warden. What is true about She Who Wonders is that I can kill She Who Wonders because I attack with both. They're forced to block the 9/4 and then I can kill the She Who Wonders, but I don't like beat She Who Wonders in the way that I'm thinking, which is that I get lethal. Vile. Okay. Well, now they don't have She Who Wonders, right? What could they have? They could have Avalanche. Okay. I think I'll do this. I want them to play Buried if they've got it. See? The parlay was super important. Had I parlayed that 0-3, I wouldn't have any way of dealing with this 1-1. Clearly, I shouldn't have parlayed. I'm really bad at fighting Fielder Rat. You are, Spidz, yes. Trundle. Okay, I win. I don't think they can deal with Trundle. They can deal with Marai Warden now. Unless they've got Avalanche as their final card. Flash Freeze technically saves them here. Quietus. And that's okay, lethal. So I get to kill Trundle. But they don't die. What do you mean they do die? They die to exactly 1 HP. Oh, perfect. Okay. I played this awfully. I think I really want someone to comment how to beat FTR with Plunder and what misplays I made, because I don't know how to play this matchup at all. What misplays I made? I never noticed the 0-3 thing until Jansport points it out to me. If Jansport hadn't already watched this, I may not even have remembered to point out the parlay thing. I think I played this really, really badly. That's deserved, Foreto. That's a really deserved Jinxie, mate. I clearly have a problem, Trundle. I know probably none of you guys watch the Hades stuff, but Eniamore made a really funny comment on like 2 days ago's video about chaos, and this Sejuani voice line is like hilariously perfect. That's just what's going on in my mind. Look, we didn't play this game well. At all. Yeah. Alright. At least like 8 or 9 misplays about what Prodigy's saying about the match recording system. There were like 8 or 9 misplays from minor things like the actually none of them were really minor, to be honest. Like, I should have developed the Marai Warden so that I can proc Gangplank on like proper turns just to threaten more if it was if they didn't have interaction. The Buried and Ice thing is something that I don't normally do plays like that. I normally respect things too much. But in that instance, I decided not to respect, and clearly I was punished. And then all this nonsense with the parlay is just like, I clearly wasn't playing well. I feel bad because like I want to be making this as educational as possible, but it's hard to be educational when all my plays are shit, and I'm not comfortable with these decks, as I've mentioned like many, many times. Like if I was on like a normal like Siveraction, Draven Rumble, like Scouts lineup, I might be doing slightly better. I shouldn't have won that. I played really awfully. Yeah, and I've been playing awfully all of these games, but that's okay. Content doesn't have to be good, it just has to be there. Kaisar. I've never played Kaisar before yesterday. I don't know how it works. But hopefully I can win. So now we have Kaisar versus FTR. I've had a lot of testing on Kaisar. Like, I've been told how to play Kaisar like a million times because I'm not very good at it. They take a while to decide. Okay. I think here I just want to like turbo out my Kaisar. I'll keep the hatchling. Rite of Negation seems really good against Feel the Rash. Am I keeping Rite of Negation? I don't know how to mulligan. I'm gonna keep Rite of Negation because I think it's really good against Feel the Rash. Like I can beat a Buried, I can beat Feel the Rash. So I think keeping Rite of Calling was correct. Spoilers for this match, I don't draw Kaisar. So that's another way of saying spoilers for this match, I lose. But I think keeping Rite of Calling is important. I think the way Jansport explained it to me is that if I was Roji, I would keep Rite of Calling, and Roji's a good player, so I'm going to assume that he meant that in a nice way. I think that Rite of Calling makes sense for me to keep. I can get rid of something like a Zerzai's Hatchling, like on turn 2 if they don't have, like, if they, on turn 3 rather, because they're going to play like a ramp card, and then I can just like sacrifice Zerzai Hatchling. So I think keeping Rite of Calling was correct, just in case I don't draw Kaisar. My thinking was that I'm already keeping 2 cards, and one of them isn't useful. Like, it's not like a double keyword generation, so I thought I have to, like, try and draw my Broadwings, because if I draw, like, 3 Kaisars and no Broadwing, then, like, I'm not going to be able to flip Kaisar. But I think, going further from that, I just shouldn't have kept Rite of Negation in general. I think Rite of Negation is fine. This is slightly results-based analysis, because I draw a second Rite of Negation in, like, 1 or 2 turns. Like, a lot of this analysis I'm giving right now is results-based only because I haven't done this matchup that much. If you have done this matchup, let me know if you would keep Rite of Negation here, but I'm going to presume that the correct thing to do here would be to keep Rite of Calling and Zerzai Hatchling. Zerzai Hatchling is a way to turbo level Kaisar, and Rite of Calling to make sure you're actually having a Kaisar, because you cannot win without Kaisar, and you'd rather have 2 Kaisars than no Kaisars, right? If you want to frame it in that sense. I think it's okay. I know Jansport probably wouldn't keep it. Jansport would say something like, Spidz, you need to get your Kaisar. You can't win without Kaisar. But little does Jansport know. I don't know what I'm doing. We've got 3 keywords. We've got 4 keywords. So we just need 1 more thing plus the quick attack from Kaisar. Okay, this is too many Rite of Negations. I made a misplay. I'm sorry, Jansport. It's all my fault that we lost. I'm smorking. I'm smorking for 3. Oh no. They have the anti-smork tech. A unit. Oh, Void Blaster. Okay, now I can level Kaisar if I draw Kaisar, which is nice. Because this is Overwhelm. It's the final keyword that I need. I probably should have passed, actually. I don't want to get them to Catalyst. And if they Catalyst, then I can hit them afterwards. So I don't think that's important. I think it was genuinely the right play to pass in. No matter what they do, I'm okay. If they Avalanche, fine. Who cares? These are 2 dinkers. If they play, like, Wild Mysticism, okay, sure, I can push 1 damage with the Fearsome, but it doesn't matter too much. But if they play Catalyst of Eons, I get to push 2 more damage. So now I'm 2 damage less. It sort of doesn't matter too much, but if I actually had Kaisar here, and I did actually, like, try and nearly beat them, that 2 damage could have been something that was important. So I wish I hadn't attacked here. I think that is a misplay. Just because I'm not pushing any damage. Like, it doesn't matter to attack here. That'll play. But we'll do Void Blaster here. Because it's at... Okay, I've got Barrier now, so I am evolved. If I play Void Blaster, can they be scared? No, they'll just attack with Trundle. Because I don't have the right keywords. Yeah. Yeah, you got me. I'll probably Bright Steel. And, like, try and smack him. Like, I'll Bright Steel up the Voidling and just smack him down. Actually, I'll probably Bright Steel you. You're a better Bright Steel target. I think Bright Steel is wrong. I think I should just play Greenfang Warden. I think Bright Steel can help me out on later turns, and I'm not, like, evolving right now, I don't think. Yeah, this is 5 keywords. I need to do Chain Vest as my 6th one, while if I just played Greenfang Warden, I wouldn't need to pre-commit the Chain Vest to, like, do it, or I'm playing Greenfang Warden anyway. In addition, I think there's some arguments to saying that the 4/4 is the wrong target. I wanted to do the 4/4 so that they can't justify blocking with Trundle, and then doing something like Avalanche, but I think it makes more sense to do it on something like the 1/1 tough, because it'll be a 4/4, and that'll be something that they want to trade into with Trundle, but it won't work. So I think what I Bright Steeled was wrong, and I think Bright Steel herself was wrong. Or the play of herself. Bright Steel's perfectly fine. As a human being, as a collection of pixels with its story. But I do think Greenfang Warden was better. The only reason not to do Greenfang Warden is like if you want to keep Scout for Kaisar and you think that's important, but I don't have Kaisar at the moment, and I'm not going to draw Kaisar, and I think if I'm trying to do this thing where I'm actually trying to apply real pressure, I should have just done the Greenfang Warden. I think that made a lot more sense. So I wish I had done Greenfang Warden here. It also means that I could keep up a Concerted Strike, right? Because I'd have the 2 extra mana. And then I can start like actually trying to hurt them. So I really wish I did
Once I
Greenfang
play
Warden
Scout,
here.
obviously. That's also part of the necessary process. I forgot to mention that. I totally knew this in advance.
In my defense, I did not know this in
Scout, man.
advance.
And then we'll hopefully deal some damage, I guess. I mean, I had tough, right? So I didn't have to do the Scout thing, but that's fine. What are you going to do? You're going to Vengeance the Void Blaster? You're going to Vile Piece the Void Blaster. That's fine by me. I don't mind.
I do think a better play, by the way, was not even playing the 2/2 after I did Bright Steel to try and bait them into blocking the 4/4. Like, haha, I'm going to Chain Vest you, and maybe they'll block the something else, and then I'll, like, pog out. Or I'll just deal damage to the Nexus. Either way, that's fine. Like, if they're like, I don't want to give you the +4/+4 because you're going to proc Evolve twice. So I think playing Greenfang Warden was just inherently wrong post Bright Steel after. Like, this doesn't allow me to apply more damage, but I could try and, like, bait them out.
Attack with everything.
And then I'd also have, like, access to
here.
Concerted.
I think this guy might block here, which is why I've got the tough. And this is probably just going to block somewhere else.
But I think Bright Steel was just incredibly wrong. I just wish I hadn't done Bright Steel.
This keeps this alive. Thank you, Fate.
I'm saying all this as if it matters, though. Like, this is all contingent on if I draw Kaisar, and again, spoiler alert, I don't.
Okay, they didn't Vengeance Void Blast, which makes sense. They're probably keeping Vengeance for Kaisar. But I can keep Rite of Negation up to that sort of thing. Ravine. Oh. Well, but I lose all my stuff if they Ravine. That's not... Okay, fine. At least I still have my my Void Blaster. And my double Rite of Negation to Feel the Rush ×2. I could Concerted. Concerted will lose to a freeze. That's the only issue with Concerted. But I also kind of like my... I mean, if they do this trade, I think I acquiesce. So I'm just going to pass. What am I going to do? I can't really do anything. Next time I'm going to develop Greenfang Warden to ping this down so I can do 2 damage to the dome, I think. Voidling, what are you? Quick attack. I think I'm going to wait for Elusive. But I will play Greenfang Warden, ping this down, deal 2 to the Nexus. I think that makes sense. Yeah. If they buried, I'm probably gonna Concerted Strike Trundle. I'm not going to attack with Greenfang Warden. It doesn't matter. Here's 2 damage to the Nexus. It's the best thing I can do, Foreto. Vengeance. I think I'd rather keep Rite of Negation for when I have Kaisar, hopefully. But I do need to play Voidling. That way, I mean, they can just Trundle the Greenfang Warden. That's okay. They don't run Trust the Beak, so it's somewhat fine. I'll do. Protege. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. This is Spell Shield. I think I need Elusive. I don't think I can win without Elusive here. If I played this... no, I can't Concert it anyway. I can't kill their thing with Concerted. I think I do just want to work on... the thing. I think I am going to have to Concerted Trundle. I don't think I can win if I don't kill Trundle here. Hold on. You got +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Once I got a fish alive.
Okay, their hand is, like, majorly expensive. So, that's cool. I would love my Kaisar, though. I should have mulliganed away this. I think I do need Elusive. I think I might need a win through, like, Elusive plus Kaisar. Okay, well... What's the plan now? If I get another sharp sight, I can block Tryndamere next turn. No, I guess I just need a... That is literally my only play, right? Because otherwise they pull this and 2 sharp sights isn't enough. So I actually need a Rite of Negation my own Durant Protege to have any chance of winning here. Well, let's play Voidling. It's overwhelmed. Fine. I need them to feel the rush so that I can kill my own unit here. Like I need to kill my own unit anyway. Alright, now I've lost. I don't think I can win. It's a very unfortunate hand. I guess I am supposed to Rite of Negations. But it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I've lost. I can kill Ice Pillar. I don't think I can win. It doesn't matter. Nothing works in my deck. No Quicksand. It doesn't matter. Ah, but I don't think you understand. For I have Rite of Negation. But it doesn't matter. They've got lethal. Sort of. They actually don't if they pull this with Tryndamere for some reason. Very specifically, if they pull this with Tryndamere, it doesn't work. Okay. This'll help. I'll win, for sure. Kaisar doesn't just, like, not make me win. If I get Void A Bomb... Okay, technically if I get Void A Bomb, there's a chance. If I wanted to play for Void A Bomb, I should have gone for Spell Shield. That's cool to know. Because Spell Shield was one of my Voidling options. But Void A Bomb is one of the options, I guess. My one Void A Bomb. Okay, that is not my one Void Abomination. Okay, that's game. I really don't like this Kaisar deck. It's not that fun. Yeah. Enjoy your win. I'm not a big fan of this Kaisar deck. I don't think it's, Okay, thanks. Just not... So I drew Kaisar. In the end. Perfect timing. Look, I think I did do some misplays, but a lot of them, like, don't matter all that much. I could have probably played Spell Shielded Voidling with the idea of getting a Void Abomination as my, like, making a Void Abomination top deck my only way of winning. Because a Kaisar doesn't even win at this point, right? And we have to remember that they've also got cards in hand. Like, we have to assume that I'm not just winning anyway. But obviously it was just the mulligan that was wrong, right? Like, this is 11 rounds, or 10 rounds that were just decided by that mulligan not keeping Rite of Calling. Had I had Rite of Calling, I think I would have been able to get stuff done a little bit more, like have a Kaisar, threaten more stuff. And when I had that Rite of Negation with that Kaisar, it means I can start beating stuff like Vengeance and Buried in Ice, right? It's like maybe they're in this position where, okay, I can't beat them if they've got Rite of Negation, and then, I have Rite of Negation. But look, if I had just gotten rid of Rite of Negation or kept even like Rite of Calling, Rite of Negation, so as I Hatchling, I think that would have been a fine mulligan. So just not keeping Rite of Calling there was really, really bad. And what you're going to notice is that I'm going to keep Rite of Calling in my next matchup. That fun. It feels like it's so all in on Kaisar that you can't do much without it. But okay. See, that sometimes happens. Okay, Kaisar versus this deck. I think this might be better for me. I might also get Kaisar this time. If I just turbo level Kaisar and then, I don't know. It might be hard to scout because they've got like pings and stuff. But that's okay. They've got 2 puzzling signposts. They've got 3 pokies. They've got 1 hex split. I should get something like a sharp sight or a tough unit. Like if I get sharp sight or chain vest, I can protect Kaisar. Am I supposed to keep Rite of Calling? Do they have 1 mana pings? They do. They've got like Death Ray and shit. I think I'm probably supposed to keep a Rite of Calling just so I don't lose. Like I need my Kaisar like quite badly, and like the spell isn't. Oh, fucking hell. The spell isn't bad. Okay. I don't like this Kaisar deck. I much prefer Sivarakshan in these colors. So this is the exact opposite of what happened last game.
Where I draw a triple Kaisar. Now, triple Kaisar, again, is better than no Kaisar. I guess that spell is nice, and if they kill Kaisar, it's fine. This hand works if and only if I can level up Kaisar, which I have 4 keywords, and I have 5 keywords if you include a quick attack. But I've got 4 keywords provided I can get the Challenger as well. And since I've got Rider Calling, I'm getting the 2 more keywords, Spell Shield and Overwhelm, so I should be able to level up Kaisar here. So it's fine, but it's definitely awkward looking. I'm lucky enough to only need 1 keyword, and I'm lucky enough to have 2 Kaisars, right? Like, Kaisar, if they kill a Kaisar, I can play another Kaisar. But god damn, man. Okay. I don't want them to interrupt the kill, so I'm just gonna play this, and then probably open. If I get a Green Fang Warden, this hand just becomes, like, amazing. But that isn't a Green Fang Warden, so the hand is not amazing. That's how that works. I want to keep Chain Vest for Kaisar. I think that makes sense, because they're going to try and kill Kaisar when Kaisar is played, and I want to keep Chain Vest for that event. If I can. I've got the attack token on 5, which is really nice for doing Kaisar things, like for trying to deal as much damage as possible on with Kaisar. Okay, I would desperately like another unit though. Am I really supposed to protect this? Am I just playing Kaisar? Like, what else am I doing? I can Chain Vest and then like Rider Calling. But no, I think I'm passing. I shouldn't pass here. I should play Chain Vest because I need to get the Challenger keyword. If I need to be like really relying on getting that second keyword, right? I've currently had 4 keywords. Kaisar is... I currently have 3 keywords. Kaisar is 4. Chain Vest is 5. I just need to find that 6th. And if I don't find that 6th, it's going to be a lot harder for me. If I Chain Vest, that's forcing them to do Mystic or some Fumes or something. And that's stuff that isn't going to be going on like my hopeful and eventual like Green Fang Warden, Valor, that sort of stuff, right? So I do think Chain Vest made sense. In my head, what I wanted to have happen was I wanted to make like a checkmate moment where I've got Kaisar and I've got Valor, and then they start pushing stuff at me, and then I Chain Vest, and then I do like a Sharp Sight. That was my idea, but I think that's short-sighted and not goable with this hand, right? Especially if I get that Valor, I may as well like just play Valor at that point, and I don't need to worry about the Chain Vest stuff. So I really wish I had done Chain Vest here, because my next turn is going to look really, really awkward if I'm just like playing Kaisar for no reason. I just have to play Kaisar. This sucks. So Chain Vest was right here, for sure. This is really bad. I don't like Kaisar. Am I supposed to play Kaisar here, or am I supposed to just play Broadwing again? What do I do? I play Kaisar. I sound very complainy in this one. I do apologize for the amount of complaining I sound. I need Challenger again. I guess I was supposed to Chain Vest and just hope that they didn't have any other ways of killing Broadwing. Because that way I would have flipped Kaisar. Okay, that makes sense to me now. So I'm gonna replay Broadwing, and I'm gonna try and do that next time. If they kill this, I'm just gonna play... I'm gonna play Chain Vest, and then I'm gonna play Kaisar next turn. Now, there is reasons to play Chain Vest this turn so that I can supercharge next turn, but that's not that necessary, I don't think. Okay. But I need the Challenger on this Broadwing to flip Kaisar. I wish I did Chain Vest last turn. I didn't realize that that's how to play the deck, but now I realize it. That's how you're supposed to play this. I just didn't want them to Mystic Shot it, and I wanted to keep Chain Vest to be able to protect Kaisar. Because I've got 4 Kaisars, maybe that's not right. Okay, I am going to play Kaisar here. If they kill Kaisar, so too bad for me. They know I've got Chain Vest. How much mana do I have? Because I haven't done Spell Shield. I've got 4, 7, I've got 11 mana if I spend this, or else I've got 10. That actually is enough for Supercharge plus Kaisar next turn. So if they kill this Kaisar, I might... Yeah, okay, what's this, Buttercup? Drop the bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna put Chain Vest on Kaisar here. To make her have 1 more HP. Because of the dark.
But I can supercharge Broadwing. Yeah. If I really want. And even if they destroy like Kaisar or something, I can just... I can't replay Kaisar. I only have that many. I can't afford the right of the thing anymore. Okay. I am lucky enough to have another Kaisar, and they've only got one Thermo, right? They've only got one Thermo. So they would need to spend a lot of spells in order to kill Kaisar here. Like, a lot of spells to kill Kaisar. So here's Kaisar again. We can actually get super... No, cost too much mana to get supercharged. I don't really want to give Kaisar Formidable. But I guess I can, like, play... What is this? Are you gonna Aftershock Broadwing? To avoid Challenger? Okay, that's fair. So an alternate line here was to do Bright Steel on the Broadwing. That way I copy 3 keywords if they don't have, like, Mystic plus Aftershock. I didn't really want to put Formidable on Kaisar to begin with, because I really just didn't want her to be, like, I don't know, a 6-1, and then just, like, they don't care about Kaisar and I can't do much with her. So I really didn't want her to have Formidable, but it could have been correct to do Bright Steel on Broadwing. I do think, now that I know how this game ends up turning out, I'm really glad I didn't do Bright Steel there, but that could have been a line. And now I've got this Rite of Calling. What I'm going to end up doing is Rite of Calling a Supercharge and then just play it on Kaisar. The issue with that, obviously, is that Kaisar doesn't keep it when she dies, but I do that to try and, like, put pressure on it. Since I've got so many Kaisars, I think it sort of half makes sense to do the Supercharge thing. I could give Kaisar, you know what? I can actually just get Spell Shield. The alternative play here was just to attack. Oh, it was to do Cataclysm. I think Cataclysm actually might be the best play here, in retrospect. That way I can also, like, get Supercharge on later turns. I don't waste a mana. If I just done Cataclysm here, I would have killed Seraphine. And there's no way for them to, like, interact with that, just because Seraphine isn't flipped. Like, there's very little they can do to kill Kaisar in that position. In fact, I don't think there's anything they can do. So I actually think Cataclysm was the best play here. To kill both the 1/1, because I had Quick Attack and Evolve, so it would have done 1 on the Oedipus and then 1 on the Seraphine. And then I would have killed both of their units. And then I would have had access to do stuff like Void Blaster next turn, and then do, like, the second skin on Void Blaster, or alternatively, I can just get my Supercharge and start doing stuff then. I think Cataclysm was the correct play in this position, but instead I try and think, okay, I need to pressure damage, and so if I put Overwhelm on Kaisar, she will be pressuring a 6 damage, which I think is nice. So it really depends if you want to do damage or kill Seraphine, because we haven't seen that much of their deck. They could have had second Seraphine, and so killing Seraphine doesn't matter as much just because they can replay Seraphine, and I might want to use Cataclysm to try and push Leaholds. So that was my logic for the Overwhelm, but it's sort of your choice if you want to be going for Overwhelm damage or Supercharge. That's the same thing, sorry, Supercharge or Cataclysm. I go Supercharge because I want to be dealing damage, but Cataclysm can definitely be right in some instances. And the spell. Yeah, cool. This works then. This gives me Overwhelm, which allows me to apply a lot more pressure. I'm glad I saw that. If they play Bar, I'm probably just going to play something like Void Blaster and try and kill them on the next turn. Okay, sure. Like, that's trying to set up this stuff like wall up and also just like killing Kaisar. What is nice is that I can barrier Kaisar. I know most people say Kaisar, I think, right? Most people say Kaisar, but I say Kaisar. I don't know if you guys hate my accent. Bar. Okay. I think there's reasons to do Void Blaster here. But I could also just, I could Cataclysm, right? And then, like, open attack next turn. What I can do is I can actually Cataclysm, open attack next turn with Rite of Calling, which I think is fun. I think I will do that. Spidz! No! Okay, I hate this every time I see it. So my thinking was that there's nothing they can do to kill Kaisar here.
When I say my thinking was that, what I was actually realizing was I don't need to do anything. I barely did any thought with this decision. I think I did way too little. My thinking was that, okay, even if they double something like a Mystic Shot, Kaisar doesn't die, and they need to play something in order to level up Seraphine, right? Because I think Seraphine's at 8 right now. But there's a card. There's a mystical card upon the horizon, and it's literally any Telestone and then just doing Sumphians. And that's exactly what they do, and I lose my Kaisar. And I feel foolish. I feel absolutely stupid. But Brightsteel was so much better. I'm not doing anything else with my 2 mana anyway. Right, so there's really no reason not to do Brightsteel. And I'm probably just trying to open attack anyway if this is going through because of how much damage I'm like pushing, right? Or I'm able to pressure stuff either way. It just adds so much more pressure if I just do Brightsteel Protector here. So not doing Brightsteel Protector should have cost me the game. Foreto should have won in the same way that ABG Rodeo should have won. But too bad. I got lucky. Like, Rite of Calling back my spell shield. But I think I'll kill It's such a stupid looking lane. I still think this isn't as bad as the parlay, just because calling out my spell. Just because I'm less experienced on Kaisar, I'm giving myself like a little bit of leeway, right? Like I had not played this deck until the day before. While with Plunder, I played Plunder like a little bit before, like in previous seasons. And the line that I missed with Plunder with the parlay like is way more obvious to me right now than this was to me at the moment. But it actually probably doesn't give me lethal. Oh, it might give me lethal because I'm pushing damage right now, provided they don't wall up. But I really wish I just did the woman. Brightsteel. They might be wondering if they can do, like, I don't know. Well, they already played Mystic, so they're probably thinking if they can kill my unit with, like, Sumphians. Oh. Okay. Are they going to buff Seraphine to have enough strength? Or maybe they're just trying to Sumphians. If they've got Sumphians, I should have done... Yeah, fuck. Okay. I should have done Rite of Calling. I should have done a Brightsteel Protector. I didn't think about Sumphians. I don't understand how to play this deck. If I just played Brightsteel Protector, I would have been Sumphians. I hadn't looked at their deck list enough. And I've never done this matchup before. I've barely played this deck. Oh, Spidz, what is wrong with you? Hey, let's get another Kaisar, but it doesn't matter. Like, none of this matters. I'm so upset at myself. That's so stupid. I could have done that next turn. I wasted a mana for no reason. I could have done Rite of Calling next turn. My thinking was that I didn't want Kaisars in the deck. I wanted to draw something. So if I drew Kaisar here, then it's like a waste. Like, I didn't want to draw Kaisar and then a Rite of Calling hit nothing. But I think that's such a minor play that I should have just waited for my mana. Stupid. So that's another misplay. It's so obvious. Just... I could have just played Brightsteel Protector. That's so upsetting. And if I had one more mana here, I could actually play Brightsteel Protector this turn as well, but instead I don't go for that one more mana for no good reason. That's gonna be Rummage or something, right? Look, I think I should play Valor here. And try and copy the keywords. I don't think doing Brightsteel Protector matters anymore. I already lost to that. I'd rather do Blinding Assault and force them to, like, Pokey Stick it or whatever, right? I also didn't supercharge Kaisar. I supercharged Kaisar, which means I didn't copy the keyword. But look, they're gonna play Pokey or whatever. I mean, they've got a bar card, right? Like, that's what's in their hand. Okay, they can... Well, they can copy this onto Kaisar. If they have Pokey plus Darkness plus something, I lose. Okay, if they've got Darkness plus Pokey, I still lose. That doesn't change. Are they gonna kill Valor? What? Why? Kill Kaisar. Let's do this. If I had that one more mana, I could have put the thing on Valor and then traded into one of their units. I don't know why I didn't go for that one more mana. It doesn't really make much sense to me. I'm so upset. Now, technically, if I had done that and gotten one more mana, they would have done Darkness on Valor, but I guess I could have protected Valor beforehand. It's interesting. It's weird action stuff that, like, I think I still made the wrong play, even if, like, in this position, technically the actions would have maybe been in Foreto's favor. But, you know, this game can't look like anything except woman doesn't know how to play Bright Steel Protector, in the same way that the Plunder game, right? Like, there were things that happened in that Plunder game, but to me, that game will always be woman doesn't know how to play Parley properly. And I guess in the other Field Rush game, it also looks like woman doesn't know how to keep Rite of Calling properly. So it's not a fantastic set, but I hope you can at least laugh at my pain with me. If I just played Bright Steel Protector, everything would be different. Okay. So that kills Kaisar. Okay. I don't know what they copied, but I'm scared it's some Dark Bulb Acolyte. It was Dark Bulb Acolyte, by the way. That's what they did copy. You can tell because of the blue penis line. Like when you target something. This is another instance where if I had Bright Steel Protector, it would have been fine. Okay, well this is a lesson. Play around some fumes, fool. Can I attack? Don't I just die? I can't attack yet, because I just like die too quickly, right? My best play is passing. I can block, I can concert it. And then I play Void Blaster and try and win through Void Blaster here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I block Acolyte to block the most damage. They did something with Imperfections, I just don't know what. Also, they have another card from Bar, they've not played it, I think. Contra. Okay, so they've got a card from Bar they didn't play yet. I think I can Void Blaster here, right? And then just Concerted Strike to kill something. They're gonna copy what they got off Contra. Unless it's 3 mana. I don't know, if it's 3 mana, they can still copy it. What they get? They got Face. I think Face Sprout's the worst thing they could have gotten except for like an impact unit. Like anything from Face Sprout except like Rainbow Fish or Furious Feyfolk is pretty bad for them. I don't even know if Furious Feyfolk is propped, to be honest. So I think like Face Sprout must have been one of their worst picks. So I'm like deathly curious what they got of Conchologist, because I can't imagine like a worse pick than Face Sprout. Unless they were just like really banking on Rainbow Fish or like an impact unit. I don't know if that's just me. I just like, if I went through the whole Conchologist pool, I don't know what wouldn't be better than this. That's fine, actually. That's a unit. I don't care about units. That's perfect. I mean, that's 2 units, but I still don't care about units. And they still have that one thing of Bard that they've not played yet. But as long as it's not draw, I can probably just Void Blaster and then open with Concerted to try and threaten lethals. What burn do they run? Because they've already played Mystic, so they don't run that much burn. Their burn would be Sputtering Song Spinner, I guess. The fact that Face Sprout was their best choice is really lucky for me. Okay, I'm taking not that much damage here. I'm fine. I think I play Void Blast. I could play Bright Steel. And then just develop Void Blaster next turn. I'm just scared. So one of these cards is a Face Sprout card, and one of these cards we don't know. But provided that card that I don't know doesn't matter, I'm fine. I'm just wondering if I should be keeping Concerted for this strike, if that's better. But that's surely not better than just developing a unit here. I think I'd rather protect Void Blaster, that way I can push lethal more effectively. Like, I don't need... So, Concerted isn't playing around Rainbow Fish. Like, I should have kept Concerted up for Rainbow Fish. I think that's a logical play. This ends up being the right play because of results-based analysis, right? Like, I'd be taking 10 damage here. I'd be taking 11 damage here. And then whatever their unit is plus whatever their spell is, as long as it doesn't deal 4, I'm fine. Now, I know what their spell is now. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But I know what their spell is now. And so playing Bright Steel Protector was the better play because of what their spell is in the end. But... Well, it doesn't matter, right? Because actually what they do is they play Papercraft Dragon from Face Sprout. And then I could have done Bright Steel Protector. So I think Bright Steel Protector was always wrong here every time. I could have done Bright Steel Protector after they play their next card. They're going to see this and they're going to be like... Just in case it is Rainbow Fish, and then I can consider the Rainbow Fish. Bright Steel? Why didn't you do that on Kaisar? If they've got Impact... Okay, that isn't Impact. But what that is another thing that I'm forced to block. So I'm taking this much damage.
Whatever how much this is how much damage I'm taking.
I could have just done Bright Steel then. Like, now they've turned Conchologist into a forced block, but it wasn't a forced block earlier, and it was something I could have considered strike. Unless they've got Might. If they've got Might, I lose, right? Can I play around Might? Probably not. Obviously, the other half of Concerted Strike is that I might need it for lethal, right? That's the other reason that I want to keep Concerted Strike in hand, because I want to go for 12 damage plus Concerted Lethal to deal 9 and force them to only have 3 health and worth and blocker. So that was the other reason not to Concerted Strike there, but I think I could have waited an action for Bright Steel.
So mad. If I lose this game, it's all my fault, and that's really sad to know. Right? I don't know what their last card is. I'm going to presume it's some sort of bricky, conditional nonsense. Okay, this allows me to play around, like, Pokey Stick Burn or whatever. Right, like, it allows me to play around something in the top deck of Seraphine to kill me with. I think this is better, by the way. That way I have as much health. Well, if I'm going to do that, then I may as well just do it like this, right? If they've got Might, I lose anyway. I can't play around Might. Do they ever have 3 burn? Is 3 burn in their deck? No, right? No. Let's do it like this.
Now, there are a lot of cards I lose to, from like Decisive Maneuver to Might to... I'm sure there's other things. Absolver, right? There are so many things I lose to. But there's one card that's really funny that I don't lose to, and it's one card that they've got.
I don't know what their last card is, but it's very nervous.
I feel bad for them. I feel like they should have won based on this card that they drew.
Legionary Charge, okay. Oh, it's not lethal. Cool. I knew that. Okay, so do they have Pokey? It's basically do they draw Pokey or not, right? Because I can win every other interaction. I was hoping this would be a lifesteal. If that was lifesteal, I would win. Guaranteed. Is it Pokey? I win. I can't lose, I win. Okay. I didn't deserve to win, but I did win. This was an undeserved win. Ah, fuck me. World's least... God, world's least deserved win. Yeah, I know, right? Any emote here is BM. Any emote I do is BM. That's so unfortunate. I really wanted to give a Leona. But Leona just makes it seem like, you know, this was all planned. Look how giddy I am for fucking you over with bullshit. Not playing my stuff. He got super unlucky there to not have Seraphine pop off. The fact that he didn't kill my Valor, the fact that he couldn't kill me, despite having Legionary Charge, I feel bad for him. But we got the win, and that's, I guess, all that matters in a way. And that's that. I feel really bad for Foreto. Not only do I misplay in all of the games that I play against Foreto, the fact that he didn't get any draw with Seraphine, the fact that what he got off the bar was just like 1 inch away from lethal, the fact that Face Sprout was his best Conchologist pick. Like, Foreto deserved to win that game when I didn't play Bright Steel Protector, and he deserved to win that game when I didn't play Chain Vest. So my apologies to Foreto, but that is sometimes how the video games, and we still got the win. Look, if I had lost that, but still won the Rojo one, we would have been 3-1, because Jansport won both of his games. So we were still going to get our 3 points. But, you know, they should have gotten at least 1 more point here. It should have been 6 points us, 1 point them, instead of 7 points us, no points them. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed laughing at my misplays, and I shall see you whenever I play next. I don't know if it's next week. I don't know if it's going to be the week after that. I don't know if it's going to be the week after that. I don't know. And then Spidz, end the video there. Right, so it sounds like I'm looping forever. Just end the video there. That'll be really funny, Spidz.